Welcome back to MAGE. I'm Sean.
I'm Chris.
This is a One Piece discussion video on our boy Sabo.
Yeah, so there's a lot of theories going around about other chapters, but we thought we'd, turn it back a bit.
Yeah.
Similar to how we did our lore video
Yeah.
a few months back, and look at his role in what's coming up.
In the whole story, because he's got a big one, we feel like.
Yeah.
First of all, Sabo ain't dead, for anyone that believes that.
There was big news at a certain reverie, and people have been saying that someone died.
Big news is often fake news.
Sometimes.
Especially that whole Luffy, the fifth emperor thing.
Yeah.
That's a bit fake.
To get more views, sometimes people do interesting stuff, like stretch truth.
Sabo was brought back into the story after supposedly dying, and he hasn't done pretty much anything other than get the Mera fruit. So if he's dead, he literally did nothing.
That being said, we know he's held off like admirals and stuff, but he hasn't played like a major part in any arcs just yet.
Yeah.
So we feel like he's still building up. So do you want to discuss very quickly who is dead at the reverie then, or just skip straight to Sabo?
Cobra.
Okay, there it is.
End of story. Let's go next. Okay. So we're just going to list off some of Sabo's feats before we get into the discussion.
Yeah, so we'll start off with what he's done.
Well, what he is. He's Dragon's right-hand man. That's a pretty big feat.
The most wanted man in the world, not a pirate. Right-hand man.
He doesn't think Dragon's
Second
too good.
in command. Hey, I hope he's good, alright? But I just want to see him do something. Step out of the shadows, boy.
Oh, come on, let the clout build more.
It is.
Okay, so he easily beat Burgess. I mean, that's not much of a feat, because, Burgess sucks, but he whooped him.
Burgess is the Bellamy of Blackbeard's crew. Loudmouth gets one shot by everyone.
Yeah. So, they had that hockey clash, and it was just... Sabo didn't even sweat. He could beat Diamante really easily.
He's got his hand partially with the armament hockey. Just breaks Burgess's shoulder thing.
Yeah.
Or elbow
Just
charge.
crushes it easily.
And then later on he imbued his pipe with hockey and smashed through Diamante's weapon.
Yeah. Then he gets the Mera, which is a busted fruit. Very high combat on that fruit.
Fireman.
He gets that on top of his already adamant hockey. He does have observation hockey. There's a scene or panels where Burgess tries to attack him from behind.
Yeah.
With a knife, trying to kill him, and he sees that very easily. So clearly observation hockey.
Kind of like a mix of observation and future, not sight but intent.
Yeah.
It's just I can sense this guy's about to go me. I'm ready.
He fought evenly with Fuji during Dressrosa.
So yeah, I wanted to bring this up as well. There's a difference between the way that Luffy fights stuff and the way that we've seen Sabo fight so far. So all of Luffy's fights have been, I'm going to take this guy down.
Yeah.
Sabo's only been fighting as a distraction for someone else. So we haven't really seen him fight. But that being said...
But he can hold off an admiral with ease,
He ain't sweating.
There was that scene with Zoro where Fuji kind of threw him into the, Earth's core kind of thing. Zoro was having a tough time.
Had a bit of gravity issues.
Sabo did not have any tough times, with Fuji. Just kind of played around with him just for fun, really.
Yeah. I think that was also a part of Fuji's, because that's his character, right?
Yeah.
He wanted to help the people, and Sabo wasn't opposed to him helping the people, so they kind of reached an understanding. It's alright, we'll just play around for a bit.
Now, this is something that was kind of dumb, but it's also very impressive. So, in the Reverie, he may have infiltrated Murray Joe's. That's not the dumb bit.
That's the smart bit. Come
Yeah.
on.
The dumb bit is going against Fuji and Green Bull at the same time.
2 admirals.
Mate, and yes, unless you're a Yonko, you got big trouble. Even Yonkos have trouble against 2 admirals at once.
It's very impressive. So, yeah, Green Bull and Fujitora. These guys not holding back. In the following few chapters, we see someone with a bit of a headband,
Well,
might have been trying a little bit.
Fujitora was a bit scruffed.
Yeah. He had a few clashes with the boys, as it were. He had the commanders with him.
Yeah. They're fodder. So this is pretty much basically all Sabo. I mean, you can't... I don't want to gas him up too much, but
You think Sabo 1v2'd right there, don't you?
I think he was holding off.
Yeah, okay.
He wasn't winning that fight. There's no way he's winning that fight.
Well, it looked like the other revolutionary skills were very much not for like combat, but for infiltration.
Exactly.
So it makes sense that Sabo would be the main combat force in that mission.
You know, Green Bull we haven't seen much of, but he is an admiral. Green Bull and Fuji at the same time.
They've been hyping up the fourth admiral for a while. We've got a panel and a silhouette. We don't know who he is.
And he doesn't eat, apparently.
Could that be the death? He's just gone.
You know, all said and done, that is a hell of a feat to, you know, walk away from two admirals.
Yeah, for someone...
Especially for a fight. Like, you know, Fuji was scruffed, you know. He scrapped.
Again, this is all on the basis that
he's still alive. Of course he's alive, but you know.
We're holding pretty true to that, right?
Yeah.
We believe Sabo has a part to play in the future.
So essentially everyone thinks he just like got away with Vivi and, you know, that's kind of what happened.
Yeah, there's a few different theories, which we won't touch on in too great detail, but the first one is that Cobra was the death, and because Vivi had that knife in the poster, they're going to like cleanse Alabasta or exterminate it. So essentially we've come to the conclusion that Sabo's saved Vivi and are getting her out of there.
Yeah.
Just to keep her safe.
But if you look, you know, the feats we just went through, he's got some good feats. You know, going against two admirals and living, that's huge.
That's number one.
Yeah, having the Maramara, that's another one. That's pretty good. He has his own haki. He can clash without a devil fruit.
Yeah.
We've seen. Own observation haki, you know, and he's the right-hand man of the most wanted man in the world.
Just sum it up. Be glad.
Yeah. You know,
very powerful.
He's very underrated.
Yeah.
I feel like.
And a fan favorite, so
yes,
there's that too.
It's really good. So you want to talk about power-ups and such?
We've mentioned so far what he's done. He's had haki. He's been able to imbue it into his pipe, and now he can do the exact same thing with his fire fruit. So on the subject of awakenings,
yes. So awakenings are very rare in One Piece. We've seen Dofi and Katakuri. Have we seen anyone else?
Not in canon. We've seen Bullet in Stampede.
Right.
Well, which I guess you could kind of say is canon. That's jury's out on that one still.
Yeah.
But I think those are the main ones.
So those are the awakened ones.
Let us know if there are any.
Okay, so with Ace and Akainu, Ace got his shit kicked in. As you said, he got filled.
Whoa. Maybe.
But if we kind of see Sabo potentially maybe being the one to avenge Ace, you know, against Akainu, maybe even with Luffy.
Yeah, there's definitely an unresolved plot point there. How Akainu killed Ace, right? Well, there's a few good reasons why Sabo should have a rematch versus Akainu. That
should have a
prime
match.
one.
He should have a match.
Like, in the end, in the final fights of One Piece, or at least whenever Akainu's involved, I think the one who has the most purpose to go up against him is Sabo.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, before you say, oh, Luffy, you know, Luffy's not the kind of guy to go for revenge.
Yeah.
Sabo is. You know, it's very clear in the Reverie when he went after Kuma. You know, the people who did that to Kuma, he gets pissed off real quick.
Yeah, he's good at that. He's
good
at plotting.
And he has a lot of, you know,
he's got a lot of
harbored
dragon in
vengeance.
him, you know?
Yeah. But, you know, if you were to tussle with Akainu, how's he beating him?
Yeah.
And this is where the awakening comes into play.
Yeah,
even though haki is a huge thing in this verse now, you know, you can't beat someone on devil fruit anymore.
Yeah, in the old
Has
days,
to be haki.
Old days used to be Logias just win, and then when haki was like brought into the series, it was like, oh, this is how the top dogs have been competing.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
it makes sense.
Well, even if you were saying Marco has a pretty busted fruit and he couldn't even touch Akainu.
Yeah.
That's just all haki. You know, even Akainu said, oh, you guys are
annoying.
Yeah, just you bugs.
Yeah. So, regarding the potential awakening for Sabo.
So you've got the red flame, so the normal flame. Then you've got, which, you know, lava beats the red flame.
Yeah.
We've looked this up on Google.
we spent a few minutes Googling stuff, so.
That's how Ace got, you know,
Destroyed.
Destroyed.
Yeah, let's
Sure.
not repeat what
Filled.
may have been said.
Now, if Sabo were to awaken his fruit, we feel like he might go blue flame.
Yes, so a blue flame is definitely supposed to burn way hotter than a red one.
Yes. And apparently it's supposed to burn hotter than lava.
Yeah. It's
It's Google said this.
that's a
Don't hate. Google.
but like
That's a pretty big,
Yeah.
increase in power, I
Yeah.
would say.
and this, of course, Akainu has the potential to like awaken as well, which would make it a more somewhat even fight if Sabo does get this kind of increase.
Exactly.
But yeah, I feel like, well, even in Avatar, well, that's kind of an off one, but you have like the red flame versus the blue flame, and they're kind of even, but one's clearly stronger.
Yeah, exactly. Having an awakened devil fruit in this verse is very rare again, but we do feel like Sabo, considering where his character is and how much potential he has to grow.
And the way he gets motivated as well. Like when we saw him at the Reverie and he noticed that his friend was in that much trouble, he was heated, to
Yeah,
say the
exactly.
least. Like, if this man had a stare down with Akainu, he might be a little upset. And that's like one of the motivators that we've seen within One Piece for power-ups to occur.
Or, this is another thing, is
That
if he
training.
was to get an awakened devil fruit, how did he get it? Who taught him the ways?
Of awakening.
Yeah.
You're
Dragon.
trying to hype up someone.
Come on, man. Everyone's theorized Dragon to have either a wind logia or the nature no mi, something like
Some
that.
sort of storm.
Yeah, storm fruit.
Yeah.
You never know. But if anyone's awakened in this series, I would have to say is Dragon.
He's investigated it, at least. he
You know,
knows something's there.
If someone can teach him, it would have to be Dragon.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, that's a pretty good teacher.
He's 100% aware of it. Like, he's a revolutionary army leader who thrives on, like, infiltration and stuff like that. He knows about it.
Yeah.
So,
Like, come on, as if he doesn't know.
Yeah.
If Dofi is awakened, if Katakuri is awakened, as if Dragon is not.
yeah. I reckon, and if Dragon's awakened, then he passes it down. Like, look, there's another level. I'm not sure how you could do it with your fruit, but this is how I did it. Here's how you can start learning how to go further beyond,
And if he does awaken it and you go blue flames, that's huge power up, especially on a fruit like the Maramara where it's all damage.
Yeah.
It's just like your damage just goes through the roof. And that's such a, that's such a big play.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, that's probably enough about Sabo and
For
his
power-ups.
backstory and his power-ups.
Yeah.
Like, that's where he could be going in the future. Like, just intense heat is where he's going.
Intense heat.
In the
Fair
future.
enough. Now we want to talk about, story progression with Sabo. So there are a few theories flying around right now.
One that he's dead.
That's not a good theory. Anyway, the main one I've heard is that he might be ending up in Wano. Due to him, having a tussle with the admirals, with Kuma there, and then Kuma maybe sending him off to Wano.
That makes sense.
Like with the pad,
Yeah, yeah.
like he did with Luffy and Shabondi and, the Straw Hats.
Yeah, you can definitely see that happening. Because, like, we had Jory Bonnie looking for Kuma. And we had the revolutionaries as well. And then there was... Who was the guy? There was the Celestial Dragon riding him. And then the two admirals at least.
With the two admirals, he could definitely be going to Wano because Luffy needs more help. They don't have enough manpower. And Sabo would really help that manpower.
I think a little bit. He's like a dragon fist, perfect for dragons.
I feel like Sabo could tussle with a king.
Yeah, I reckon he could go king.
You got a lot of people on that island that need to go down.
I mean, obviously, Wano is a completely different type of battlefield. They're getting... We've had this discussion before.
It's going to be a clusterfuck.
They need some other lads there,
Yeah.
right? But Kuma sending out the Revolutionary Army. We don't know how much willpower, not willpower, how much of himself was left because he was being transformed into a
Just
robot
a
or
pure slave, yeah.
pacifista kind of thing. But yeah, I feel like if Kuma had some sense of himself left, he would have saved his friends and just knocked them out.
Exactly.
The safest place, either back with Dragon on Kawabaka or straight to Wano. Wano's safe, right?
Yeah, I mean, sure. Safest place in the verse right now. You know,
War's not
the one who
kicking
comes
off.
out of Wano is basically going to be the leader of the world. So, you know.
Minor plot point. Don't worry about that.
The next thing is, you know, if he did save Vivi, you know,
Yes.
if the assassination went as we think it did, you know, they killed Cobra and they were after Vivi, Sabo saved Vivi and got away with Vivi, and then they kind of blamed, you know, either Sabo for killing Cobra,
Yeah.
or, you know, they said Sabo died with everyone.
Yeah, this would be part of the fake big news that Morgans is spewing around now. The death at the thing, like, they could have turned the clash between Sabo and the admirals into, the revolutionaries killed Cobra or Vivi or something, whereas they've just legged it. And that, I mean, a bit of a twist right there.
Well, this does play into, like, the whole, you know, Vivi is supposedly going to be the queen kind of thing. There's a big theory going about Vivi's going to be the next, like, world representative.
She'll be on the throne.
Yeah. Or, like, she could be a good leader, and, you know, if Sabo's is with her right now, could really help her, you know, move things along in that regard.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Especially, you know, if Sabo brings her back to Dragon, and then if she has knowledge
Or
that
if
Dragon needs, or Dragon has knowledge she
mention
needs.
Luffy and then
Easy, man.
it's just
Everything's
like Kobe
relative
Hancock
here.
all over again. They're
Yeah.
just gonna get along.
And then the final one is the eventual team up. Like, we see this happening a lot. So the eventual team up of Luffy and Sabo.
So yeah, this one might not be in Wano. Well, definitely not.
No,
in
it's not going to
Wano.
be in Wano. This will be after, like, late game
Yeah,
stuff.
this will be like the final battle. Cause
Well, not the final battle, but it'll be in the
reckon-
Void Century arc.
yeah, or just after that.
Yeah.
Cause like after Wano, Luffy needs to get the remaining poneglyph because he'll have one left after Wano,
Yeah.
and he needs to get that. and
Actually,
go to Raftel.
he doesn't even need that, though. Because he just needs
Possibly
the 3.
not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
You just need the
Roger
3.
had 4.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I guess.
But he'd need to find the last poneglyph and then head to Raftel. And then there they find the history, and then Luffy wants freedom, so he comes back to fight against the world government.
And
I
then
think at
you know,
that point, that will be the time where we'll see this kind of team up happen.
yeah, exactly. And, you know, a Sabo and Luffy team up is pretty big. That's a lot of
It's like Stampede level hype right
yeah.
there.
Oh, and speaking of Stampede, while we're on it, Sabo didn't even sweat in that film.
Yeah, he was fine, you know.
Easy claps, dude.
I mean, they all were just like
Yeah.
taking it easy, but Sabo especially, no
He was
scratch
just- he was just
marks,
having fun,
just
man.
chilling, yeah.
It's like, oh, Bullet, don't worry about it. We got this.
Yeah, just use teamwork. We're fine, you know.
But yeah, that's how we see that happening. So Luffy, you know, finding out with his crew about the Void Century and all that, and then, you know, Sabo will probably find out about it too, or Dragon might know about it already, and
Yeah,
then
so
you know,
this-
Luffy wants to do something, and then they just kind of team up together.
Yeah, this would be like in preparation for the final battle, which we know is coming because Oda keeps saying, "Imagine the final."
Everyone keeps saying,
"Imagine the final."
5 years, 5 years. You know, let's get through 400 chapters of content in 5 years.
And let's say we are definitely looking forward to that. But this would be the kind of fight where you'd see the whole Straw Hat Alliance that we've seen build up, plus the revolutionaries. That's the perfect timing for Sabo and Luffy to like reveal the history to the world and kind of tip it on its head and start getting the new age intact because Pirate Age is getting there, you know.
I'm not sure what else we have on the beat, you know? That's pretty much it for Sabo.
Yeah,
The man has, like, very solid feats, you know, some of the best feats in the verse.
as
know,
you can see, a beloved character.
going against 2 admirals, that's a huge feat, and
Yeah.
living.
Yeah.
Right hand to dragon, most wanted man in the world, that's a huge feat. Has a Maramara, huge feat again, that's a broken fruit.
Yeah, it is.
You know, infiltrated Mary Joas, no one does that.
Okay.
Shanks did that, you know, you can put him with Shanks now. Come on, can't you? It's a joke, don't kill me.
We did our power list. Go see that. Tier list, sorry.
But, you know, Sabo has a lot more to show in the One Piece story, and we're just ready for it.
Yeah, I feel like this kind of turned into a Sabo appreciation video, which is fine,
course, it's
by
fine.
the way. I mean, Sabo. But, yeah, he's definitely got a lot of theories flowing off, especially right now with where we last saw him in the Reverie. Like, his potential for where he can come back into the story and impact it with Luffy or Vivi or who's he coming back with, you
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
that kind of stuff. So, yeah, just a quick discussion.
Oh, quick one.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let us know down below what you thought about the video, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you later.